This morning, I did one of my favorite things. A couple came in to get my advice on whether or not they should get married. You know, often there's a question of how much time a couple should spend together, and that was the issue today's couple brought to me. I am here with Ms. Durham and Mr. Thornton. The two of you have been together for a while. You are considering getting married, so you came to me for my advice as to whether or not you should. You have filled out one of my compatibility tests, which was interesting, and you also brought me your marriage license with permission to tear it up, should I think it's not a good idea. So why don't we get started, and I'm going to start with you, Ms. Durham. Your big hesitation with respect to whether or not you should marry Mr. Thornton is you believe he's cheating on you. Explain that to me.
Absolutely, Your Honor. I'm here today because God has blessed me with this thing called a woman's intuition, and it hasn't failed me yet. Recently, I decided to go through his phone, and I ran across a couple of text messages from a couple of different women. The first message that I read was him inviting a girl to go with him to an amusement park so they could ride all the rides. No, excuse me. He told her, do you want to go early so that you can ride all the rides? Not too sure what rides he's talking about. But, you know.
And you're not sure if he was the amusement park. I got you. I understand.
Yes, yes. You know, he could have asked me to go to an amusement park, you know, but he decided.
Give me another message.
Another message. Well, recently we went to a wedding, a family wedding. His family, he invited me. The same time that we're at this wedding, I received a call saying that a cousin of mine, who we were very close, had passed away. So I'm trying to celebrate a wedding, and then at the same time, I'm mourning my cousin. So when I told him about it, he acted as he was concerned, but he was running around this wedding, obviously talking to women. He was not there for me like I expected him to be.
Let me ask you this, though. This was a family member's wedding, right?
Yes.
Did you expect him to mourn with you? I mean, he can be understanding and all that, but a wedding is a celebratory, exciting event. He can't go moping around his family members. You know what I mean? He can respect your pain, but he doesn't mean he can't have any fun.
Yes, absolutely. No, well, it was okay for him to have fun, but he was having too much fun, Your Honor. He actually came up to me and said, now look, I'm drinking, so if you see me flirting with other women, don't get mad. So, I mean, I think he crossed the fun line.
Little tacky. Mr. Thornton, what is your biggest hesitation with respect to your impending nuptials with Miss Durham?
Your Honor, Miss Durham, she's just over-possessive and too attached. She smothers me.
Too attached?
Yes, ma'am. She smothers me with a lot of attention.
Give me some examples of some of the smothering that she does.
Examples of the smothering that she does, I need to be around her all the time. If I'm getting off of work, she wants me home right away. I need to stay with her every night.
How many times do you come home?
Hang on. You need to stay with, once you marry them, they want you to stay with you every night. It's kind of like a thing.
Right.
Come on home after work, that's kind of a thing. You understand that, right?
Yes, yes,
Are you prepared? Sometimes the question is not whether or not you love her, it's whether or not you personally are prepared for marriage. Because in what you told me here, I sense hesitation. Is there some hesitation as to whether or not you're really ready to get married?
Yes, ma'am. There's plenty of hesitation. For one, I believe marriage is a big commitment.
Absolutely.
And I'm not sure if I'm quite ready to make that commitment into that long commitment just yet.
Why did you propose?
Well, Your Honor, I get to that also.
That's a good question, though. I would have asked that in a minute.
Yes,
I appreciate that. I got it from here, though.
Okay.
Why did you propose if you weren't sure you were ready for that type of commitment?
First off, I have not proposed yet.
She says you did it on her birthday at a restaurant, correct? Is that right, Ms. Durham?
Correct.
Did that happen?
In her mind, it must have, but not in reality.
Do you recall the circumstance that she has misconstrued as a proposal? Do you remember what happened that day?
I can recall us being out to dinner on her birthday.
Right.
But I cannot conspire me saying that Sona,
Will You
Marry Me?
When you wrote to me, you said the proposal read more like, he said he wanted to marry me in the future. And then you said, I took this very seriously, and at that point, I considered him my fiancé.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, that shows me that you took a little piece of something that, yeah, maybe someday, and you decided you had been proposed to, when in fact, he was just mentioning the idea that he could see a future with you. Do you think that might have happened?
I mean, he's the kind of person, Your Honor, where he's not really gonna say something if he doesn't mean it. So I took it very serious because he's very serious.
Let me say this about the proposal, and then we're going to move on to something else. I think women often hear what they want to hear when it comes to issues of marriage and love, and sometimes you can say love over here, I over here, tomorrow over there, and the next thing you know, we think we're engaged. So I'm just want to put that out there, that you might have heard what you wanted to hear and not actually what he said. Did you arrive with a sword at his home?
It was like a little bitty knife, and I never even touched this car.
Ms. Durham, let me come at you with this.
Yeah.
You want the dude, you don't want to scare the dude. Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Now, Mr. Thornton, I'm going to talk about you ask you for a moment about two incidences that I found alarming. One about the sword and one about the dog. So why don't you tell me what happened with the sword and then tell me what happened with the dog?
Yes, ma'am. Well, the sword incident, I came home from work one night and she was preparing dinner for me. And after work, I'm tired. I work 10, 12 hours at a time, and after that, I still have to pre-trip my truck and do other things. So I got home, it was a little late. I took a shower, and I didn't even dress up. I just took a shower, got out the shower, and laid in the bed and happened to fall asleep. So then Miss Durham comes over my house, ringing the doorbell. It's late, and I come outside, and she's cussing and fussing and going off, telling me I'm unemotional because she's home cooking and I didn't come by for dinner and she was cooking for me, which I can kind of understand that, but
it's
she didn't never
frustrated,
let me explain it. She
Are you
just blew
missing
up.
Tell me about the sword, though. That's what I want to know about.
Yeah, so Miss Durham helped me get to work before my truck had got fixed. So she pulls out a big sword knife about this big and wants to let the air out my tires.
Not
Since
true.
she helped me get to work, I guess she was feeling like she was gonna stop me from getting to work.
That's
Ms.
not true,
Durham,
Your Honor.
did you arrive with a sword at his home?
It was like a little bitty knife, and I never even touched this car.
Ms. Durham, let me come at you with this.
Yeah.
The fact that you wanted to slash his tires
Yeah.
with a sword, with a knife, with a pair of pliers, whatever you're going to do it with, is really not the issue. The issue is you felt that a resolution to the issue was to deflate his tires.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's
Right.
not rational. That's
No,
not
it-
helpful. That's not I want to be a wife kind of action. You know what I mean? You want the dude. You don't want to scare the dude. That's how that is. Now tell me about the dog.
Okay, this particular incident, I got off work a little early. I had went to the barbershop by the grocery store, and she wants me to come home again, and where you at, and this, that, and the other, come get up under me. So I told her, I'm out here at the strip club right now. I'll be home later. So she was cooking. All I heard her say was, y'all watch the stove. She dropped everything and headed to the strip club. I'm on the way. And I wasn't never even at the strip club. I just told her that just to stir her up some. I was really 2 minutes down the street. She drove 25, 30 minutes all the way to the club. After that, she came back home and I still wasn't there. She called me like,
Your
if you don't
Honor,
come home now, I'm gonna take your dog and I'm gonna kidnap your dog. And I got a little German Shepherd, so. And the German Shepherd licensed, so she probably could have got away
That was
with my
such a
little
lie.
dog.
I would
But
never.
She was gonna But yeah, she told me
Mr.
she
Thornton,
was gonna kidnap my
let me
dog.
say this to you on a completely security basis.
All right.
If you got a woman got a little streak of fatal attraction in her,
Yeah.
don't lie and say you're at the strip club. Don't invite the horror you're gonna eventually have to run from.
messed up.
How did, again, what made you believe that getting off the phone, going chasing him, and then threatening to kidnap the dog, how did you think that would set you up for becoming his wife?
Your Honor, he is telling you this story, and he is definitely making it
Will
way
you
more
tell me what
drastic.
happened?
Okay, number one, lately I've been finding, these messages and him to these other women. I even found a book that he was reading about pimping and all this. So that morning I find that book. He's not coming home from work, and then he tells me he's at a strip club, and I'm like, okay, so now you're at a strip club, and you're reading.
And he's reading
book.
pimping books,
Yeah,
so
this
something must be going on.
So I said, okay, I'm on the way.
Right.
And that's when I said I was on the way. As far as the dog, I absolutely adore animals. And
Did you
I would-
threaten to kidnap him?
I did. I told him, look, I got your dog at my house. I didn't have the dog, Your Honor. I just told him that. He knew I didn't have it because he was at the house. I wasn't even there.
I was on my way there.
I understand. I wish I didn't, but I do. Give me in 90 seconds your best sales job on why Ms. Durham is someone you would like to marry.
But, Your Honor, Miss Durham does have some decent qualities about herself. She,
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Now, Ms. Durham, you were about to tell me about him being an Aquarius
Yes,
and
Your Honor.
unemotional. I thought that stuff ended in the 70s, but hey, what do I know? Why don't you explain to me why you think his zodiac sign makes him emotionally unavailable?
Aquariuses are from Uranus, and it's a cold, distant planet. And that's a lot like his personality. He's really cold and distant, unemotional, indifferent. I guess that's the Saturn in the situation. So my whole thing with him...
Indifferent is Saturn.
Yes, that's the
Okay.
Saturn, the indifference. So, dealing with this, it's like, sometimes, when I say those things, I would never flatten his tires. He knows that. I took him to work to make sure, he can get there. I would never hurt his dog, but I said that just to get a reaction from him, because he'll just be like, it could be anything, and he's just, okay. So
I got you.
sometimes
I
I'm
got
a Leo. I wanted a little...
I'm a Leo. Listen, so we've talked about all the things that are negative. I want to talk to you about why you're considering marrying one another. What is it about her? And I'm going to start with you, Mr. Thornton. Give me in 90 seconds your best sales job on why Ms. Durham is someone you would like to marry.
Well, Your Honor, Miss Durham does have some decent qualities about herself. She cooks. She cooks for me. She makes my coffee in the morning before I go to work. She will iron my clothes if I need them for me. She's good conversation. She's fun to be around when she's cool. She keeps my hair up. She's cool. She does have my back at times when I need her. She does come through, I have to admit. So she has some good qualities about it. It's
Right.
just the possessiveness and the
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you right here, and I'm not going to tell you why, but you got a D- on that. We will discuss your D- in a moment. But before you
right.
do, Ms. Durham, why don't you give me a 90-second sales job on why Mr. Thornton is the man for you?
He's my best friend. He is very intelligent. I really respect his mind. He motivates me. I feel like everything that I'm not, I feel like he is. So when I found him, I feel like God put me with my other half, my soulmate. He's always there for me. He has his little jokes, but he's very supportive of me. He's a good role model for my children, very disciplined. And I don't want anybody else but him. I mean, he's not perfect, obviously, but I don't want to change him. I would just like
She
him.
gets a B+. Now, do you want to know why she got a B+ and you got a D-?
Absolutely.
Because 80% of what you said about her are qualities in a good domestic servant. Cooking, coffee, ironing clothes, does my hair, all of that's service oriented, not who she is oriented. So that's why you got a D-. You got a B+ because you see his value, his intelligence, and you love it and you enjoy it. You want him to be different, but you love it and you enjoy it. So I'm going to talk about the compatibility test, and then I'm going to give you my decision about what ought to happen in this circumstance. There's always a whole lot going on in divorce court that people want to talk about. If you have something you want to say, join us on Twitter @Divorce Court, or jump on our Facebook page and see what everybody's talking about on there. Sometimes you people get heated. Don't miss it. I took a look at your compatibility test, and sometimes I look at the compatibility test app, and then I talk to the couple, and I think, are these the same people? But I didn't this time. You guys showed up just like you were on the compatibility test. You want to know what he said he wanted from a wife? He wants you to listen to instructions, not to be smothered, and his meals prepared by 7 p.m. This was his great declaration of what he felt he wanted from a wife. That should tell you a lot right there.
Wow.
So here's what I got. I got an intelligent, straightforward guy who I believe could be good marriage material if he lightened up a bit and understood that a marriage is not the possession of a woman, but the convergence of a man and a woman. She is not a convenience. She is not a subservient individual. She is your partner in life. And you should learn from her and enjoy her, not just direct her. You, Ms. Durham, need to grow up. I understand some of the instructions that he's giving you. You've got this over-emotional, hysterical response to the slightest input. For you to even consider alluding to the fact that you would dog nap the German Shepherd, that you would even come over, I don't care if you came over with a hat pin to go after his tires. All of that is childish. A marriage has to have two grown people heading in the same direction who are able to have a conversation about what they need and aren't getting without some grand display of felonious behavior. Do you see what I'm saying? And you need to grow up and leave all that Aquarius and all that nonsense alone. What you need to do is have a conversation with the dude. Show him you're the grown woman that he needs in his life. You know, that's when a marriage happens. That's when a unit takes place. So you need to take it down. You need to bring it up.
That right there is the turning point. Instead of focusing on who's winning the argument, the judge shifts the entire conversation toward communication and maturity. It's a reminder that relationships aren't built on dramatic gestures, they're built on honest conversations. Do you agree with the judge's advice here, or do you think both sides share equal responsibility? Let me know in the comments.
So you can get there together. Do you have children together?
No, ma'am.
Thank God. Keep it like that.
Notice how the judge uses a simple piece of paper to make a powerful point. Instead of ripping it apart in anger, she calmly folds it and throws it away. It's symbolic. Conflict can be handled with self-control instead of destruction. Sometimes the strongest message in a courtroom isn't a legal ruling, it's a life lesson. Have you ever seen a judge explain something this creatively?
Keep it slow, keep it cool. I'm not gonna burn it. I'm not even gonna tear it up, but I'm gonna just fold it.
What an unforgettable ending. The judge didn't just close a case, she delivered a message about what real commitment actually looks like. Marriage isn't about fairy tales or feeling trapped, it's about respect, communication, and growing together. That's why moments like this go viral, they're bigger than the courtroom itself. If this advice resonated with you, What's the biggest lesson you took away from today's case?
See, like this,
Okay.
and fold it like that. See how even and rational that is? See how conformity, you know? And then I'm gonna drop it in the trash. Y'all work on what you need to work on. I think you could be a beautiful couple one day, but you need to grow up and you need to bring it down. This matter, good luck to both of you, and this matter is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Often, people have difficulties with the idea of marriage because they don't know how to define it. One of them thought it was sunshine and roses, the other thought it was indentured servitude. Don't let that happen to you. Call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222.